Okay, let's dive into this simple but powerful story told from a very unique perspective, a silent observer right in the heart of a neighborhood park.
So let me introduce myself. I'm a park bench. Yep, just wood and metal, put here so you can have a moment's rest. I felt the weight of 1,000 stories. But this one's about me. It's a story about being forgotten, and then, thankfully, being remembered.
For ages, I knew exactly what I was here for. I was for quiet moments, for friends sharing a laugh, for tired shoppers to catch their breath. I was here for people like this young guy, Rakesh, who'd come by every evening to find a little peace. But one day, that all started to change.
But things started to change, and not in a good way. It wasn't some big, dramatic event. No, my whole purpose shifted because of just a few careless words I happened to hear.
That was Rakesh talking to his friend. And just like that, he put a single bag down on my seat. Seemed like nothing, right? Harmless. But oh, that one little bag, that was just the beginning of me becoming, well, a trash heap. And just like that, it started. That first bag got a friend, then another one. Pretty soon, Rakesh and his buddies stopped seeing me as a bench at all. I was just their personal storage point. A spot for empty bottles, snack wrappers, you name it. And just like that, I was totally useless to anyone else.
I could feel people's eyes on me. They'd walk by, take one look at the mess, and just look away. It was like I was an embarrassment, a real eyesore that pricked at your conscience right in the middle of this beautiful park. My real job, my whole reason for being here, was just buried under all that junk.
And then everything changed. One evening, Rakesh showed up, but he wasn't alone. He had his little sister, Arya, with him. And her being there, that was the start of my rescue.
She pointed right at me, her voice so hopeful and clear. "Brother, can we sit here?" she asked. And, wow, for the first time in forever, someone actually saw me as a place to sit. That one simple question made Rakesh stop and really look at me, not as a shelf, but through her innocent eyes.
There was this pause, and then Arya just said it, plain and simple. "It feels dirty to sit here." It wasn't mean or anything, just the truth. But man, for Rakesh, those words hit like a ton of bricks. I could literally see the guilt and shame just wash over his face.
And what happened next was immediate. Not a word was said, it was just this quiet, determined action. You could feel that a switch had been flipped from thoughtless to, well, responsible.
He didn't say a thing to his sister. He just started gathering up every single piece of trash. He walked it all over to the nearby dustbin and got rid of it. In just a few moments, he didn't just clean me off. He gave me my dignity back. He gave me my purpose back.
And get this, the very next day, everything was different. You know that old excuse he probably told himself, "Oh, no one uses this bench anyway." Gone. When his friends showed up and went to dump their stuff, he stopped them. He said, "No more trash here. This is for sitting." Can you believe it? He went from being the problem to being my protector.
And you know what's wild? That one tiny change, that one small decision, started to change the whole vibe of the park. It wasn't some huge campaign, just one person doing the right thing. But the effect, man, it was huge.
Oh, it felt incredible. Suddenly, I was free again. Families started sitting on me. There was this sweet elderly couple who made me their regular evening spot. Seeing me clean seemed to have this ripple effect, The whole corner of the park just felt more alive, more welcoming. A bad habit was broken, and a really good one started to grow in its place.
Look, my story is pretty simple, right? But the lesson here is a big one. I belong to everyone. This park belongs to everyone. And these shared spaces, they only really work when we all treat them with a bit of care, a sense of responsibility.
So, let me leave you with this. The next time you're in a park or any public space, just take a second to look around. These places, they're a mirror of us. My story got a happy ending because one person decided to care. So, the question is, what will you choose to do?
एक कदम विकसित भारत की ओर।